Did you know that approximately 66% of people are thought to have a secure attachment style, while the remaining 34% fall into one of three other insecure attachment types? Hello and welcome to Noggin Knowledge, your go-to destination for all things psychology. Today we are exploring the psychology behind the 4 common relationship attachment styles and how they have a significant influence on our adult relationships. They shape our interactions, our responses, and our expectations from our partners. So stay tuned as we explore this fascinating world of attachment styles and understand how it shapes our relationships. Psychologists generally recognize 4 primary attachment styles: secure, avoidant, anxious, and disorganized. Let's briefly get to know each of them. Secure attachment is like having a home base. Individuals with this style feel comfortable in their relationships, trusting their partners and easily offering support. In contrast, avoidant attachment is like a fortress. Those with this style maintain emotional distance, often appearing aloof or unresponsive. Next, we have the anxious attachment style. Picture it as a radar, constantly scanning for signs of rejection or abandonment. These individuals crave closeness but always fear it may not be reciprocated. Lastly, the disorganized attachment style is a bit like a maze. Those with this style have conflicting feelings about relationships, leading to unpredictable behaviors. Each of these styles presents unique traits and behaviors in relationships. So, are you ready to dive deeper? Let's explore. People with secure attachment styles tend to have healthy, satisfying relationships. Research suggests this as the most common of our 4 attachment styles, with roughly 2/3 of the US population falling into this category. Secure attachment comes from a deep-rooted sense of self-worth and an ability to depend on others without fear of rejection or abandonment. Imagine a friend who is always there for you, supportive, reliable, and unfazed by your ups and downs. This friend is likely to have a secure attachment style. Securely attached individuals are comfortable with intimacy and independence, balancing the two seamlessly. They're not afraid to express their needs or feelings, fostering open and honest communication in their relationships. Picture a couple where one partner has had a tough day. The securely attached partner listens empathetically, offers comfort, and doesn't shy away from their partner's distress. This responsiveness builds trust and strengthens the connection between them. In essence, secure attachment is like a safe harbor, providing a sense of security that allows relationships to flourish. Securely attached individuals bring a sense of trust and stability to their relationships. On the other hand, avoidant individuals often struggle with intimacy. This attachment style, also referred to as dismissive attachment style, is marked by a tendency to pull away, to keep emotional distance. Picture it like this. It's as if they're in a dance, constantly stepping back as their partner steps forward. They value their independence and self-sufficiency, often to the point of seeming distant or unresponsive in their relationships. Consider Jane, a successful lawyer. She's fiercely independent, has a packed schedule, and values her alone time. When her partner Mark asks for more of her time, she feels suffocated and pulls back. She's not cold or uncaring. In fact, she cares deeply for Mark. Yet, her instinct is to maintain distance when she senses someone getting too close. This is the avoidant attachment style in action. It's not about being aloof or detached, but about a deep-seated need to protect oneself. Avoidant individuals often mask their need for closeness with a facade of independence. Anxiety in relationships? Yes, it's a real thing for people with an anxious attachment style. This style, which is also often referred to as dismissive attachment, is characterized by a deep-seated fear of abandonment and a constant need for reassurance. Picture this. You're in a relationship, but you're always on edge, worried that your partner doesn't love you enough, or worse, that they might leave. It's like being on a roller coaster of emotions. One minute you're on cloud 9, the next, you're plummeting with worry and doubt. It's exhausting, isn't it? Individuals with this style are often very sensitive to their partner's moods and actions, interpreting them as signs of approval or disapproval. They crave closeness and intimacy, yet their fear of rejection may lead them to act in ways that can push their partners away. It's a paradoxical dance between love and fear, closeness and distance. People with anxious attachment styles crave intimacy but live in constant fear of rejection. Imagine having conflicting feelings about your relationships. Welcome to the world of disorganized attachment. This style, also often referred to as fearful avoidant attachment, is often characterized by a whirlwind of emotions. One moment you may feel secure, the next, you could be gripped by fear or anxiety. Let's take a look at an example. Picture this. You're in a relationship where you want closeness, yet you're also afraid of it. You might push your partner away, only to regret it and desperately seek their reassurance. This push and pull can make relationships feel like an emotional roller coaster, both for you and your partner. This inconsistency is a hallmark of disorganized attachment, rooted in early life experiences where caregivers were both a source of comfort and fear. It's a paradoxical situation that can lead to confusion and turmoil in adult relationships. Disorganized attachment often results in unpredictable behavior in relationships. Ever wondered where these attachment styles come from? John Bulby, a psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, argued that a person's attachment to their primary caregivers in childhood profoundly shapes their capacity to form and maintain healthy relationships throughout their lives. In other words, the way you form and understand relationships as an adult is heavily influenced by your first attachments. Well, they're rooted deep in our early life experiences, often molded by our interactions with our primary caregivers. Picture a toddler interacting with their parent or caregiver. These interactions form the basis of how we perceive relationships. If the caregiver is responsive, the child learns that the world is safe. They grow up to form secure attachments. But what if the caregiver is inconsistent or neglectful? Then, the child learns that the world is unpredictable, forming the foundation for anxious, avoidant, or disorganized attachment styles. Now let's introduce a key concept here: the internal working model. This is our mental blueprint for relationships. It's like a set of expectations and beliefs about ourselves and others, formed in our early years. This model guides how we relate to others, how we interpret their behavior, and how we respond to intimacy and conflict. Remember, our early experiences shape our internal working model, which in turn dictates our behaviors in relationships. So, how do these attachment styles play out in adult relationships? Well, let's dive right in and explore this captivating question. Each attachment style, be it secure, avoidant, anxious, or disorganized, has its unique way of influencing our adult relationships. Imagine being in a relationship with someone who has a secure attachment style. They're comfortable with intimacy, they're open to discussing feelings, and they're generally reliable. This can create a nurturing environment where trust and mutual respect flourish. It's like dancing with a partner who knows the steps, making the dance of love smooth and harmonious. On the other hand, being in a relationship with an avoidant individual might feel like a constant push and pull. These individuals may appear distant and sometimes even unresponsive. It's like trying to hold a conversation with someone who keeps stepping back, creating an echo of emotional distance. Now let's consider the anxious attachment style. These individuals often worry about their relationships and may need constant reassurance. It's like being on a roller coaster of highs and lows, where one moment everything is perfect, and the next, it feels like the world is ending. And lastly, the disorganized attachment style can lead to unpredictable behavior in relationships. These individuals often have conflicting feelings about their relationships, causing a whirlwind of emotions. It's like navigating through a heavily wooded forest without a compass, unsure of which direction to take. But remember, attachment styles are not set in stone. They can change and evolve over time. It's like clay. It might start off in one shape, but with time, patience, and understanding, it can be molded into something new. So by understanding our attachment styles, we can better comprehend why we react the way we do in our relationships. It's like having a map of our emotional landscape, which can guide us towards healthier and more satisfying relationships. Understanding our attachment style can provide a new lens to view and improve our relationships. Understanding attachment styles is like unlocking a secret code to our relationships. It's a fascinating journey into the human psyche, revealing how our early life experiences mold our adult relationships. We've explored the 4 primary attachment styles: secure, avoidant, anxious, and disorganized, each with its unique characteristics and impact on how we relate to others. Remember, these attachment styles are not labels, but rather they are frameworks that can provide insights into our relational patterns. By understanding our attachment style, we can navigate our relationships with more awareness and empathy, both for ourselves and others. It's also essential to remember that change is possible. While our attachment style is formed early in life, it doesn't mean we're stuck with it forever. With self-awareness, patience, and sometimes professional help, we can change our attachment patterns to form healthier, more fulfilling relationships. So let's navigate this journey of understanding ourselves and others better. We'd love to hear from you on your own experiences with attachment styles. Please leave a comment below and share your thoughts on the topic. And if you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Noggin Knowledge for more intriguing videos on psychology and personal growth. We thank you for joining and hope to see you in the next video.